How would you like to be able to reset the Canon R5's overheat warning and then record another 20 minutes of 8K or 30 minutes of 4K HQ or even 4K 60? We have a workaround that doesn't involve opening up your camera. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Simon. Thanks for tuning into The Ordinary Filmmaker. If you're new here, subscribe to get notification of new videos like this one so you don't miss any exciting news like this, and all the links to everything I talk about in this video, including gear discussed, and the Canon R5 giveaway contest details are placed in the description down below, along with my affiliate links. So if you need camera gear and want to support this channel, consider using my affiliate links in the description down below. Alright, let's get right into it. Are you interested in a method to reset the Canon R5's thermal information without taking the camera apart or damaging the casing? Well, YouTube channel J Marcus Photography found a way. He put out a video yesterday showing how to reset the R5's thermal information without taking the R5 apart or modifying the camera in any way. And thanks to Marcus for giving me information, letting me know he was about to put the video out. I looked at it, it looked very interesting, but I did want to do some testing myself before I did my own follow-up video. And of course I had to get ready for my Q&A video that I put out, or that I will be putting out later, but that I shot earlier this morning. But following the instructions from Marcus, you got to be careful because this could put your Canon R5 at risk, as we simply don't understand how the Canon R5's heat management system works. So why tell you about this if there's possible risk to the camera? Well, because in a punch, it gives you the ability to extend your record times, but more importantly, it shows us how the Canon R5's heat management works, or as some would say, doesn't work. Marcus used Scotch tape, or clear tape as you may call it, and a toothpick to make the R5 think the battery door is closed. And this is the first step. By default, most Canon cameras won't power on if the battery or SD bay doors are open. At the end of the recording, when the camera is turned off, or if the battery bay or SD card is opened without powering off, the R5 will do a power off and write any cached information to internal storage. Marcus's method makes the R5 think the door is closed, so when the battery is removed later, no information is written to internal memory, and that's the key. So that the overheat warning and time left isn't written to internal memory. Now this bothers me a little bit. Does the R5 not check to see if the camera's overheating before we shoot any video? This seems odd. Now I'm sure it does, but Marcus's method prevents the R5 from writing back information that cripples R5 video modes, illustrating that the overheat modes are set up purely arbitrarily. Well, at least the ones we really want to shoot in, like 4K HQ, 4K 60, and 8K video. Well, of course, 4K 120 as well. So, how do we fool the R5? How do we get it to forget the Canon overheat variables? Well, first, you need to convince the R5 that the battery bay door is closed. He placed a small toothpick over the sensor, telling the R5 that the battery door is closed. You can see a little depression on the battery lid right here, and this gives you an idea of how the toothpick is going to be used and how much of it. Second, he used a clear piece of tape to hold it in place. Third, he recorded video for about 20 minutes until he got the overheat warning, and I can't remember which mode he was using, my memory and all. I'm going to go with I just turned 50 and it's not the best. Anyhow, he stopped recording and then he removed the battery. Now at this point, the R5 doesn't write the cached information to the internal memory, and this includes the overheat variables that we were talking about earlier, or any other settings that you entered before recording. Now fourth, he waits 10 seconds or so before putting the battery back in. Same battery or different battery, it doesn't matter. Now as you can see in his video, the overheat warning is gone, and he's able to record another 20 minutes of 8K video or 30 minutes of 4K HQ. I'm chicken. I didn't follow Marcus's steps. You see, I'm not willing to risk any damage to my camera. Now I did do the first part of the method by using my fingernail on my pinky to press down on the battery bay door sensor with the battery door open, of course. And sure enough, the R5 powered on, so it seems to make sense. But that's as far as I went. I can't afford to risk damaging the R5, and advise you not to follow his method either without knowing how the overheat system works. If the R5 does check internal temperature before recording, then this method would be safe and indicates that the overheat limits are purely arbitrary. But until we know more, I'd advise you not to try this. But what do you think? Would you try this method and risk bricking your R5? Or would you wait for an official update from Canon to see what they do? Now, one thing Marcus's video does show is that the overheat controls are very much arbitrarily set. I can't imagine a world where the R5 doesn't check the internal temperature of the camera before recording video or other system functions. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching The Ordinary Filmmaker, and don't forget to subscribe for your chance to win the Canon EOS R5. That's it. That's all you have to do. No jumping through hoops. I do have more details in the description down below. Again, thanks for watching The Ordinary Filmmaker. We'll see you again soon.